Hello, my friends and earthly neighbors. Christopher Witecki here, your Sensei to Sirius Joy, coming to you nearly 11 months after my departure off the air in June of 2022. And the first thing I want to say to you is I feel the same way you do. I've missed you. I've missed our community. We have a fantastic community of love and light. I've missed being able to talk about the planets and read your comments and watch you grow. Some of you have been with me since the very beginning when it was soulgarden.tv over 15 years ago. And I've grown quite fond of our community over the years. And I have to say, these last 11 months were difficult to be without my family, to be without my crew. I also want to say thank you to each and every one of you that sent me words of encouragement, that held me in your prayers, that sent me love, that sent messages on all the platforms, Twitter and Facebook, here on YouTube, Instagram. I received those prayers. I read those messages, and I want you to know they made a great difference. It helped me to get through an incredibly dark time in my life. Thank you. You're probably wondering, what the heck happened? Where did I go for 11 months? Well, I'm not at full liberty to disclose it because I have to consult with an attorney, but I will say this. I was under a misdiagnosis from Western medicine. I went down a rabbit hole that had some horrible symptoms, so difficult that I couldn't even really respond or reply or communicate with other people. And yes, I saw second opinions. I listened to other professionals. I sought out experts, and honestly, none of them were able to help me. I had to, in the end, listen to my own body, listen to my higher self, listen to my intuition. And I had to, day after day, loving myself and loving myself some more, carry myself through the most difficult and probably darkest period of my life. It was a physical representation, I think, of a spiritual issue. Although it was all physical symptoms and triggered by a misdiagnosis, I'm convinced it was a spiritual moment for me. I think the universe forced me to sit down and look at some things in my life. For those of you who are aware, I had Uranus on my sun for 97 days, and I didn't quite know how to interpret it when I saw that coming up in my chart. I didn't realize that I would be grounded, so to speak, and taken off the air. I'm a person as a teacher and as an influencer that is very aware, really, of my triggers, my issues, and my shadow. I think it's hard to be in denial when you're a teacher. You know, if you're really aware of what you teach, then you're aware of what you're facing. But I hadn't really realized the toll it was taking on me. I didn't realize how much fear I was allowing to live in me day after day and how good I was at ignoring the fear. So although it was a physical manifestation with some very difficult, hard symptoms in my body, I had to face all my fears and all my shadow. My biggest fear of losing everything I built. That was the biggest fear I had to face. I have a, well, I can go into it, but I have subconscious memories of losing everything, I believe, from another lifetime. And that's always been my greatest fear. So I had to face that fear. I had to face the reality that I could die. I had to face the reality that I may lose everything I've worked so hard for. And I had to face and really come face to face with some of my more toxic thinking, that my mind can go really hard on myself. I've got a grand trine in air, and my mind can be my worst enemy. So in this time out, I had to face some of my shadow, actually all of my shadow from what I know. I mean, I'm at a point now where I feel completely light, free, and fearless. I'm not inviting God to bring any more challenge. I don't want any more like that, but I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of the unexpected. And I've come to some terms with myself and also with relationships in my life. I got a lot of work done in family relationships and got to the bottom of some things that have gone on in my life since childhood. So, although it was a physical situation, I believe God sort of forced me into a timeout. For those who know, this was my Chiron return that I've been undergoing. And I've come out of it a better person. I'm calmer, I'm more grounded, I'm more practical. And I've also come to realize that I don't have to do it all, which was part of what I was racing to do. So at this current moment, I came out of the physical symptoms in about early March when the sun entered my eighth house, for those who want to know the astrology. So as soon as the sun hit my eighth house, I came out of the physical symptoms. I started to come back online. My body is still coming into my full energy and power because took a real toll on me. So as I come back, I'm going to come back a bit more mindful and careful about what I commit to and when. Now, when I was off the air, there was a lot of rumors going around that I was reading about or hearing about, that I was, off on a vacation in the Himalayas doing a hiatus, or I was in the hospital, or I was angry with my viewers, or I was overworked and collapsed from the work. All of those are not true, actually. I was just at home with some heavy physical symptoms that prevented me from being able to communicate. I literally could not communicate during this time, and I ended up withdrawing from most of the people in my life. Now that I'm feeling more myself, I'm going to move forward now and get back to work because my heart wants to. But I'm going to take it a bit more carefully. So the first thing I'm going to do is come back to my personal Sensei service. My team and I just recorded a mega monthly report for the month of May. I have a fantastic team who've carried the torch for me while I was gone. We meet every week. We analyze the planets together. We unify our message. I'm involved in every aspect of the service. And the first thing I've come back to is this mega monthly report. So for subscribers, that is live right now in the Soul Support Group page. And it's also going to be live on the mega monthlies page as soon as we hit May 1st. I'll also be returning to the Pep Talk, my Soul Support Group hosting, doing the Golden Egg Project, a lot of the favorites. But we're going to do a new and improved version of Sirius Joy. We have a lot of new features coming out. We're sort of revamping our shows. And one feature I'm really excited about, just to put it out there, is now in our Pep Talks, 2 or 3 times a week, you'll receive a little audio blurb that's based on your own natal chart. So we have this software that allows us to look at your chart and serve you specific content. So Sirius Joy has never been so personal. It's never been so accurate. And I'm excited for these new features coming out. So if you haven't ever subscribed to Sirius Joy, this would be a great time to give it a try. We're trying to build back our audience and put out some great new content. Visit SiriusJoy.com. It's just $3.99 for the first month, and thereafter $19.95. So if you want to sign up, you can actually cancel before the end of the month, and the service will not charge your card. I've made sure of that. If you'd like to give it a try, it's just $4. I'd say give it a try. We have a great enthusiastic bunch there. Fantastic team. Now, for those of you who are watching me on YouTube, I know what your thoughts are. Like, will I come back with Namaste today? And the answer is, of course I will. It's going to come back in a different form, though. I'm reinventing it. I'm taking out a couple features. I'm shortening it. It was way too long. It was too much of a commitment, I think, for people to watch. And I'm adding some new features as well. I have some exciting new features that I'm not going to announce yet. I will announce on YouTube when it's going to go live. And it'll probably go live sometime after Mercury Direct in May. So, I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm sort of feeling as I go. I don't want to rush things and go too fast, but I will make an announcement. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for Namaste today, we're going to go ahead and release some clips from Sirius Joy. So I want all of you to know that these clips are just to give you an example of what Sirius Joy is about. They're also to help you along. We're to give you some clips that talk about May, to help you get through May or get May started for you. And that's just us letting you know, giving you what we can as soon as I can to help you with your spiritual journey. Because, whether a person subscribes or not, I am here at Spiritual Service for the World. And Namaste today will return sometime in May, and I'm excited for that. But in the meantime, enjoy some clips from Sirius Joy. And for those who are ready to get serious about their joy, please give my life's work a try. We've developed our own software. We have amazing experts on there, and it's incredibly accurate. And it's a daily dose of everything you need to have. So I think that about wraps it up, actually. I just wanted to come on and tell you how much I love you and appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for you holding space. It made a big difference. It helped me get through a dark time. I knew I was feeling and receiving those prayers, and I want you to know they hit me right here in the heart, and they helped me through the hardest time in my life. Thank you. In the meantime, I will see you in May. I love you, friend. Live, love, be.
It's Sirius Joy, Joy, Joy.